Ellen, are you feeling all right? I'm getting a little worried about you. You didn't look so well when I saw you at home earlier today. Are you sick? What's going on?
Oh, Helena. So sorry to worry you, but thanks for noticing. I haven't been sleeping well lately and I've just been really stressed out and burning the candle at both ends, you know. I tried to do my makeup so that it wasn't obvious, but it looks like that didn't work. Ha! Oh well, I tried.
Oh, really? Is your work so busy now that you're losing sleep over it? I didn't realize that you've been stretched so thin. And the wedding is only a week away now. Are you going to be okay for that? Can you handle everything?
It's actually not work that's stressing me out. It's the wedding preparations. I've been trying to coordinate with Talon about everything, but he's so busy with his job that it's not really working out and he's not able to help me with any of this stuff at all. So I've ended up having to do all the preparations on my own and it's really a lot.
So that's why you've been losing sleep. Wow. I see. The preparations are really taking a lot out of you, huh? That must be tough.
Yeah. At first I thought I'd leave it all to the wedding planner and the people at the chapel because they're the professionals. But then we decided to do as much as we could on our own in order to save some money. So there's really a lot to do and I'm spread really thin because of that. I'm just so tired all the time.
Oh wow. I see. That sounds real stressful for sure. But does it look like it's going to work out okay? I mean, is everything going to get done on time? I mean, you're totally exhausted and there's only a week left. Seems like time is running out. Maybe you should postpone it a little. Maybe that's the answer.
Oh no, no. We definitely can't do that. We're way too far into things now to do that. And anyway, the preparations are really close to being done now, so I think we're going to be okay. It's just a few more days we can do it. We're so close now.
That's great. But don't overdo it, okay? I'm worried about you. You don't want to be so tired from all the preparations that you're a wreck on the actual day of the wedding.
Yeah, you're right about that. But that won't happen. My luck couldn't be that bad, right? Just a few more days of preparation and then I can take it easy. Though, I'm going to take a big break after all this. Thanks for worrying about me, though. I'm so lucky to have a sister like you. Sorry to bother you so early in the morning, babe. But I don't know if I can do the wedding today.
What? What do you mean? The wedding's today. How are you even saying this to me right now?
I know, I'm sorry, but I'm running a fever of 104 right now. I think I might need to go to the emergency room.
104 degrees? Oh, wow. That's a real bad fever. I didn't realize you weren't feeling well. Why didn't you say anything?
Yeah, I had the chills yesterday and I took medicine before I went to bed. But when I woke up just now I took my temperature and it's 104 degrees. What should I do?
Oh, good grief, let me think. Well, you definitely can't be standing or exerting yourself with a fever like that. Don't get out of bed, whatever you do. And it'd be pretty messed up to have you wearing a mask and being wheeled in a wheelchair for the ceremony. Now wouldn't it?
Yeah, I feel terrible about this, but I think we need to postpone the wedding. If it ends up costing us more money, then I'll take responsibility and pay for that. It's my fault after all.
Well, postponing it is definitely an option, but it's gonna cause a lot of trouble for a lot of people. I mean, everyone made time in their schedules for us and everything. I'd really feel bad asking them all to do that again. That doesn't seem like the answer.
I'm so sorry this has happened. I feel terrible about it.
No, you've got nothing to apologize about. It can't be helped. After all, this probably has something to do with how hard you've been working lately on all the preparations and stuff. You've been doing the work of two people because I've been so busy with work and everything.
I've been trying to rest as much as I can, but I just wanted everything to get done on time so we could have a great wedding. It's our special day.
Okay, don't worry, you're pretty little head about any of it. You just need to rest at home and get better, okay? I'll explain the situation to everyone and there will still be a wedding today. The show will go on.
Huh? I don't follow you. What does that mean? We're not postponing it? We're still getting married? Or are you going to get married all by yourself? How is that going to work?
Now silly, you can't have a wedding with only a groom. I'll just get married to Helena. That's the correct solution to this problem. In other words, there won't be a postponement, but there will be a change in brides.
What? If you're making a joke, it's not really a good one or a good timing, Talon.
That's right. This isn't a joke. I just can't help but think that you getting sick on our wedding day as some kind of sign from the gods or something. They're telling me that I was going to marry the wrong person, obviously. So as of now, I'm calling our wedding off and marrying Helena instead. It's been ordained by the heavens.
What are you even saying? I don't understand at all. What's going on? Why are you suddenly saying that you and Helena are getting married? I'm totally confused. That makes no sense at all. What are you even thinking? But it makes total sense. You have to hear me out. After all, Helena and I are in love. What? In love? You and Helena are in love? That's the first I've heard of any of this.
Yes. Well, we've been hiding it from you for quite a while now, but the truth is that we've been dating behind your back for about 6 months now. You.
Excuse me? What? Did I just hear you right?
Hey, I'm really sorry, but what can I say? It just happened. I've been dating your sister behind your back and you got sick on our wedding day, so I guess we're even, right? Anyways, I'm gonna let the wedding people know about the changes, so just you rest and get well soon, okay? Best wishes for a speedy recovery. Helena and I will handle all the wedding stuff from here on in. You can take that break that you've been wanting now, okay?
Just then,
I don't understand how you could do this to me. This is straight out of one of my nightmares. How in the world could you possibly think it's okay to date my fiancé behind my back?
What? How did you find out about that?
Talon just told me. That's how. He seems to think that it's somehow not just okay, but that it's the right thing to do. He said he's going to marry the girl he's been cheating on me with. You. Instead of the girl with the 104-degree fever, me. I'm already sick with fever chills and a splitting headache, but you two have made me even more sick as if that were even possible. Now I'm feeling nauseous on top of all that thanks to you.
Whoa, hang on a minute. I don't understand what's going on. What's this about you being sick? You've got a fever and you're sick and you've got sick today, the day of your wedding?
Yes. Like I said, I'm running a fever of 104 since this morning. When I told Talon that I thought we should postpone, he told me that he didn't want to do that and that he'd rather marry you anyway, so that's what he was going to do. He also said that the two of you have been carrying on behind my back for 6 months. Is that true? Oh please, tell me that's not true.
Oh wow, that definitely was never supposed to come out on your wedding day? I had every intention of carrying that little secret with me to my grave, sis. I really did. Our secret was never supposed to come out like this, sis. I swear. But I'm really happy about it, to be honest. I'm sorry, but it's true. I'm just over the moon that he chose me, to tell you the truth. I thought I'd never get to be with him.
Huh? You're happy?
I told myself that I'd stop seeing him once you two were married, and I really wanted to stick to that promise. But I really fell for him, and I've been thinking that I couldn't just end it with him like that all of a sudden. And now he says he wants to marry me instead? It's like a dream come true. I just can't believe it. I'm pinching myself just to be sure. Yep, it's real. I need to get myself over to the wedding chapel ASAP. He must be waiting for me there.
Whoa, whoa. Cool, you're a jet for a minute, sis. Isn't there some apologizing and explaining that you need to do? I mean, are you not sorry at all for stealing my fiancé from me? Do you seriously feel no shame or guilt? I have to say that you have a lot of nerve being so happy about this and actually saying all that to my face.
Yes, okay. I'm so sorry. If it makes you feel better, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that Talon and I were spending all that time together while you were working so hard putting all the wedding preparations together. He told you he was busy with work, but he was actually busy with me. Hi. And I'm sorry that I stole him from you even though you and he were literally about to get married. There, are you satisfied?
Well, is that your idea of an apology? Seriously? How are you even able to take that attitude after doing something as unforgivable as this? Zero shame or guilty feelings?
Oh, come on. I mean, how bad is all this really? I don't think it's really such a big deal now, is it? All it is Talon and I being able to marry the person that we're truly in love with. Isn't that what everyone wants?
Excuse me? That's some of the most self-serving rationalization that I've ever heard. And the truth is that if I'm feeling anything, it's gratitude toward you. And that's because he and I would never have met if you and he hadn't gotten engaged. It's funny how things work out, huh? Plus, our wedding is going to be really affordable. Thanks to you. Haha.
You did such a good job of arranging everything, and I'm sure it's going to be great and not cost us too much money. So I really want to say thank you to you for a bunch of stuff.
Wow. You really are clueless. You know that? I mean, how tone deaf are you, anyway? I didn't work myself so hard putting the wedding together that I got sick just so you could steal my fiancé out from under me. So quit being so condescending and glib and think about the other people involved in this mess.
Come on, sis. Take a breath and calm down. It's all going to work out. And your fever is only going to get worse if you just get too upset about all this. You're sick and you need to just stay at home and rest. Doctor's orders.
And just who do you think is responsible for me getting this sick, tired, and stressed out? It's the two of you, that's who.
Hey, if you had taken my advice before and postponed the whole thing before you got sick, things wouldn't have played out this way. You do bear some responsibility for all this too, you know. Okay, I have to go now. I need to meet up with Talon so we can get to the church on time like the song says. I'll be handing all the bridal duties today, sis, so you can just take it easy at home and bet the torch has been passed. You're welcome.
Thanks. That's a load off my mind, to be honest.
Huh? Come again?
At this point, I just don't care about any of this anymore, anyway. Stick a fork in me because I'm done. That cheating lowlife is all yours. You can have him. Good riddance. And I will happily give up my place on the altar to you too. You'll love what you find there, sis.
Huh? What's all this all of a sudden? Talk about a total 180-degree turn. Did you finally lose your marbles because of the fever and your fit of rage? Now you're suddenly thanking me? I'm even more worried about you now.
There's not a thing to worry about over here. Now that I'm thinking about it, I realize that I was having second thoughts and reservations about the whole thing anyway, so this is good timing. I mean, the guy was cheating on me with my own sister, no less, and he was happy to leave all of the wedding preparations and everything else for me to do, and all he ever did was say he was sorry. He never lifted a finger to do any more than that. I was already worried about how things would be in the future, actually being married and trying to build a marriage. So I'll be more than happy if you can take that no-good lazy underachieving loser off of my hands. Like I said, good riddance.
Ha, sorry, but there's no other way to interpret that than you conceding defeat and being bitter about it. I get it, but it's pretty obvious. Talon and I were made for each other. Perfect partners, it's just the way it is. And there's no point in fighting it or being bitter about it.
Hey, that's great. I hope you two are very happy together. Anyway, enjoy the wedding ceremony that I spent so much time and effort putting together. You're welcome. And oh, there's a really special surprise in store for everyone at the end of it. So it should really be a thrill for all the guests.
What? A surprise? What is it? Tell me all about it. I need to know what's going on now that I'm going to be center stage.
Oh, don't worry. You'll find out about it soon enough. I'm sure you'll be impressed. I'm going to be resting here, so see you later. And please, do me a favor and don't bother me about anything relating to this wedding anymore. Thanks.
3 hours later.
Answer your phone. Where are you? Answer right now and explain to me what this is all about. I deserve an explanation.
I told you not to bother me, didn't I? I thought I made that perfectly clear.
Shut up. You need to explain this mess to me right now. What a disaster. What on earth is all this about? What were you doing when you were arranging everything all the time? How could you embarrass us like this? This is just unreal.
Oh, is the ceremony over now? Then congrats. Congratulations are in order, I suppose. How was it? Did everyone enjoy it? Were they entertained?
How could you even ask me that knowing what just went on? The entire thing was a disaster from start to finish. You knew exactly what was going to happen, didn't you? The staff at the reception banquet room were all totally rude and unhelpful, and none of the guests even wished as well. I've never heard of a wedding that was even remotely close to being this horrible. It was more like a funeral than a wedding.
Why are you surprised? How did you think things would play out doing things the way that you two have done? The sister of the intended bride steals the groom on the day of the wedding and takes her a place at the altar. Are you really surprised that nobody wanted to support that or celebrate it?
Fine, but at least the staff should have been friendly and helpful. That's their job, after all. They all went completely sour on us as soon as they heard about the bride changing. Looks like they took it personally or something. Even paid thousands of dollars in late change fees that we were supposed to because of my becoming the bride. But they still wouldn't even smile for us. Why?
Yeah, the staff all know me well because I was working closely with them on the preparations for weeks, as you should know. Haha. That was during that whole period when you were sleeping with Talon and he was lying to me about being busy with work, remember? Anyway, I became quite friendly with all the staff, so it does make sense that they'd be upset by all this.
And even Mom and Dad were doing the same thing. I thought I could at least count on them to show happy faces and let the situation blow over. But even they wouldn't do that for us either. I get that my stealing Talon from you isn't a good thing, but nowadays it's not that unusual for stuff like this to happen. I mean, you're the one who had to go and get sick on the day of the wedding. It's not like this whole thing is our fault, you bear some responsibility, too. But when we explained that to everyone at the reception, all we got were cold stares and the silent treatment.
Oh my heavens, I'm shocked. Shocked. I tell you.
And then there was this horrible surprise that you arranged. You really are cruel. Suddenly the arrival of a special surprise guest was announced. Then a bunch of Talon's friends appeared and they played a video with people giving congratulatory messages, but it was a nightmare. And that was because all of those messages were for you, not me. I'm the bride, not you. I'm the bride, Mimi.
Oh, no, that must have been all because I wasn't able to get in touch with the staff and let them know that they needed to cancel the surprise videos and guests. My bad, haha. I mean, I've been running this terribly high fever, and I just didn't have the strength to let all of Talon's friends know about all this either. You understand? I'm sure.
You're a liar. There's no way that any of that was on purpose. You had all this planned. You absolutely could have gotten in touch with those people, but you didn't. And you left me twisting in the wind.
Oh, my goodness. I feel my fever getting worse again. Suddenly my head is spinning. I think I better lie down and rest again for a while.
Quit screwing around. This is serious. Don't think you're getting away with this. You're not taking a nap after leaving us with that complete disaster of a wedding. You're coming over here right now and getting down on your knees to beg us for forgiveness. Talon's friends grabbed him and took him away, and I haven't seen him since. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's because they probably want to know exactly what's going on themselves. After all, they all made time and spent money to participate in this wedding. You know. Like I said earlier, think about the other people involved in this. Okay, then. I'm in bed now, so good night.
1 hour later.
What was the deal with that surprise today, anyway? Were you planning that all along, or was that a last-minute thing? You never said a word to me about any of that stuff being part of the wedding.
Well, of course I didn't tell you anything about it. It was supposed to be a surprise, silly. I secretly arranged all of that for you because you were allegedly too busy to get involved with any of the planning for our wedding.
You're claiming that that was all for me?
Hey, we chose the venue for the wedding based on how close it was to my family and friends, not yours. And you also were always seeing how you never got to hang out with your friends anymore lately, again, because you were allegedly so busy. You know, I originally was planning to have our wedding be a family-only affair. But when I talked to your friends, they all said that they wanted to do something like this for you.
And that's why you got that many of them together.
So how did it go? How was the response? I heard that you got abducted by all of them afterwards. Haha. Was my special surprise successful?
Successful? That's not a word that I would use to describe any of this. All of my friends were really upset and read me the right act. After all of that, there were even a couple of them who came all the way across the country and who told me that I was a selfish jerk for not thinking about the guests like them, who spent their time and money to come celebrate with us. They even told me I had no right to put on a wedding like this. Can you believe that? And to top it all off, a lot of them told me that they're done with me and to never contact any of them again, ever.
Wow. Some came from all the way across the country. Those really are some nice friends you have, coming all that way and making video messages for your wedding. It really is a shame that they've all decided to cut you off. What a waste.
Oh, shut up already. This is all your fault. You've got some nerves playing dumb and pretending to sympathize with me.
Excuse me? None of this is my fault, you piece of crap. This is all on you 100%. Venting your anger at a sick person. Do you have no sense of decency at all? You are scum.
Wait, is that still Ellen?
You bet it is. My fever is gone, and I'm finally getting some strength back. And it looks like you're finally getting a little bit of a clue, but you still don't really get it. Are you even capable of thinking calmly and clearly about exactly what it is that you've done?
What I've done. All I did was marry the woman I love.
Oh, here we go again with the pathetic excuse-making. Both your parents and all your friends have dumped you over this, and you're still persisting in taking that attitude. What will it take to get through to that thick skull of yours?
Hey, why are you suddenly acting and talking this way? The Ellen I know wouldn't talk like this.
The Ellen you knew will never exist for you again, ever. I treated you kindly because I loved you, but that's over. As far as I'm concerned, you're worth no more than a piece of garbage on the street. Once I'm fully recovered from this fever, you can expect to hear from my lawyer you haven't heard the last of either me or the sham of an engagement.
The next day.
Ellen, why is the bill for the wedding this much? You told us you're being frugal and saving money by taking care of all the arrangements on your own, so I was expecting to see a bill for a few $1,000s at the most. But this bill is over $40,000. What is this all about?
Hey, we chose an expensive banquet room for the reception and the wedding was on Sunday. So it was more expensive. Even being frugal and economizing like I did the dress alone was about $20,000. Look at it like this. If I hadn't worked that hard and been that frugal, the bill could easily have been over $50,000.
But this is just too much. There's no way we can pay this. And then there's the fee they charged us for last-minute changes. $40,000, it's just impossible. It's totally impossible.
Well, it's not like it's just you who's on the hook. Talon is right there with you. The two of you need to figure it out together, just figure out how to come up with the money.
But he says he can't pay it either. So the only choice we have is to go into debt to pay it.
Oh, come on now. That's surely not the case. If the two of you each take on half of that amount, as you're supposed to, you should each be able to come up with $20,000.
Yeah, about that. Talon has pretty much no savings at all. And, as for the wedding cost, his parents, we're the ones who were supposed to pay those.
Oh, is that so?
But now they've refused to pay anything because of how the whole thing played out. So he and I are in serious bind right now. I mean, we're in trouble.
And don't forget about the money you're going to owe me once my lawyer gets to work on this thing. Yeah, you guys are looking at upwards of $80,000 in debt for sure, I'd say.
What? You're going to sue us on top of all this other stuff?
Well, duh, of course I am. I definitely have a case and my lawyer's itching to get started on it. And just to be clear, I will be suing you as well as Talon. I want there to be no misunderstanding on this point.
Are you serious? You're going to sue your only sister? We're family, how could you even think of doing that?
It's precisely because you're family that I won't be letting this go, sis.
No, please don't. I've already been slapped across my face by Dad, and then he and Mom both disown me. I can't get any help or support from them with anything anymore. So please don't sue me, sis. I can't afford that. I'm already getting call after call from the wedding people and they want their money.
Hey, that has nothing to do with me. Anyway, you should keep your eye out for some legal paperwork that's headed your way soon.
Wait, Ellen, you're really serious about all this? If it's about me stealing Talon from you, I apologize, I'm sorry. I'll even give him back to you. I'm begging you, please forgive me.
Yeah, sorry, but I'm still not feeling well. It's time for me to rest.
Rest? Again? Your fever still hasn't gone away?
Yeah, I just really feel ill all over again after talking with you two idiots. Go figure. And I have a feeling that talking to you is going to make me sick for the rest of my life. So please do me a favor and don't contact me again, ever. Thanks.
No, wait.
If you're my sister, I'm sure you want to help me recover my health, so you'll cooperate with that request. I need to rest and recuperate now, so goodbye. I'm wishing you and Talon a long and happy marriage. Subsequently, I instructed my lawyer to proceed with the lawsuit, and both Helena and Talon received legal papers. Faced with no alternative, the pair had to secure a substantial loan to fulfill the settlement demanded by my lawyer and settle the outstanding debt with the wedding vendors. Later, my parents informed me that Helena and Talon quietly formalized their marriage, relocating to a modest residence near Talon's family. Unfortunately for them, news of the disastrous wedding had already spread in Talon's hometown, leading to pointed fingers and hushed gossip wherever they went. Ultimately, they opted to move to another distant town where they were unfamiliar, attempting to escape the shadows of their past, and that's where they presently reside. Living a modest life, they toil long hours at mundane jobs, striving to settle their debts.